Well, we think our next guest is pretty cool. He spends his time traveling all over Delmarva, studying the unique facets that make this place so special. And then he puts his thoughts into writing to allow all of us to join his journeys.
And every time he is here, we always learn something that we find absolutely fascinating about Delmarva. So you know what? We brought him back. Author Jim Duffy of Cambridge joins us this afternoon. Jim, thank you so much for joining us today. Wonderful having you back.
It's okay that we admit that you're one of our most favorite guests.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, good.
This is one of my favorite places to be. So
good.
There.
This day just keeps getting better and better. Okay, let me ask you, of course you've been with us before in the past talking about your book, Eastern Shore Road Trips. You did Tubman Travels, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you've also spent a lot of time on Secrets of the Eastern Shore.
Yeah.
What is that?
So Secrets of the Eastern Shore, we do three things. It's a website and it's a Facebook page, and the three things are, we tell stories that are not in the books, all kinds of fun and interesting little stories about little back roads and little towns and things like that. We also try to get people, encourage them to get out and go in this beautiful place we get to call home. So we have a monthly newsletter that's called the Month of Fun Days. The new issue, in fact, is out today. It just went out this morning. So it's up on the Facebook page and it's in the email wires, and it has all in one convenient little spot. I think it's 44 different events in May that are all coming up, all in one convenient spot. So you can kind of plan your month and pick your spots, and there's big festivals and there's little small town affairs and then some, stranger things. Have you heard about goat yoga?
Goat yoga, I've heard of it.
Goat yoga, yes. Well, there's a goat yoga out near me in Cambridge, but I regret to say, for whichever one of you may be interested in yoga, that the May edition is sold out.
Sold out. Okay, we'll have to get to goat yoga in June.
So little things like that, all kinds of different things that you can do to get out and go.
So,
everybody's got spring fever. Let's go.
So the Secrets of the Eastern Shore, can you tell us one of those secrets, perhaps?
Oh gosh, one of the.
Can you limit it to one?
That might be
there's a lot of stories up there. I was working on one over lunch before coming in, and let's go to Saxis, Virginia, down on Pocomoke Sound. Back in the 1930s, I think it was. Guy got the bright idea to turn Saxis into a tourism destination. It's a little waterman's town off kind of in the middle of nowhere. He brought the circus into town. Unfortunately, a thunderstorm rolled through before the circus began, and the circus elephant was, his chain was broken, and he was disconnected from his chain and started running around the island like wild. And the late, great writer Kirk Mariner is where I got this story. He specialized in the Eastern Shore of Virginia. And he said, what happens next? Linwood Linton, on his way to work early the next morning, saw the elephant emerge trumpeting loudly from a marshy pool near the garage, and in his fright ran home so quickly that it is said he ran straight through the unopened screen door. Herman Bailey awoke to discover the animal had done its business right at his front door, and after summoning his family to examine the giant dropping, asked his wife, Ella Blanche, which shall we move, the pile or the house?
Oh my goodness. And thus the march of the elephant through Saxis.
We like to have some fun on Secrets of the Eastern Shore with stories.
Do I understand that Annie Oakley has spent some time here?
Annie Oakley did. She retired and unretired, like these professional athletes nowadays who retire and go back. So in retiring, before she unretired, she and her husband, Frank Butler, lived in Cambridge. And they had passed through Cambridge in their journeys around the country doing their sharpshooting acts. They bought a little house on Hamburg Street. That house is still there. The fun thing about driving by that house, and there's a whole story on the website about Annie Oakley and her time in Cambridge, but there's two, up on the second floor, there's two windows in the bedroom. And then there's a little porch, a very unusual porch up on the second floor. And my understanding is that she used to open the window in the morning and step outside onto that porch, shoot some birds. It's right out on the Choptank River, and and that's what she used to do. The other interesting thing about the house, she was 4 foot something inches tall, and the whole house was built to her height. Everything in the kitchen and everything else.
I'm not going to
interesting.
visit then.
No.
Probably not a good idea.
Don't
for
cook
me.
there.
No.
One of the reasons we love having you on the show is it's very obvious that you're passionate about all of this and all you do with these stories and everything. What is it about Delmarva that you love the most?
Oh gosh, first and foremost, it's the people you meet, especially the people who have deep roots here. But just, driving down here today and crossing over the Nanticoke River on Route 50 and looking out, and the heron is going, and you're passing by little Vienna with all its history, and then you're coming up to Hebron and you're thinking, oh gosh, the Fireman's Carnival's coming up. I'm going to have to get back to Hebron and do that. There's just the people and places here are just kind of incomparable. It's just a magical place.
That's a good word.
It's a magical place.
Now, do I remember correctly? I think last time you told us that when you go out and do these stories, get these stories, your wife takes pictures.
She does.
You guys must have a blast together.
My wife's name is Jill Jasuda, and her pictures are all over that website too. And in fact, I meant to mention her at the top of this, and I completely forgot about her, so I hope she's not watching.
Actually, Jill, he did. You probably just missed it. He said
they cut it out.
Yes.
They cut it out.
But that's terrific that you guys can do this together.
It's really fun. We have a ball with it. Just came back from Ocean City last weekend, and sunrises, and Layton's for breakfast, and Fisherman's Inn for dinner.
You're living the life.
Old school.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Author Jim Duffy of Cambridge, thank you
Thank you,
so
Jim.
much for coming in. You know we're going to have you back.
Thank you. That was sweet.